Saturday, September 27th, and we have an amazing slate of games in college football that we just have to go over. In this video, you're going to get my favorite plays for some of the biggest games on Saturday. That's right. We're going to go over 4 different games, and we're going to go over who's going to win, who's going to lose, the sportsbook play of the day concerning those games. And then on top of that, I'm going to give you my favorite player prop per game. So you're getting a 4-man player prop play, cashing out at a 7x payout. It's absolutely huge. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're locking in and get ready to make some money.
Dropping game daily, no charge, no fee. Stacking up dubs like it's all on me. Bell keep ringing, whole squad stay lit. Sub to the channel, don't you dare miss it.
We're going to get right into these games, but before we do, I need you to do something for me that's absolutely free. Free way to support the channel, and it'll push this video out, getting more eyes on so more people can cash with us, and that is to smash that like button for me. Make sure you're hammering that like button so that you can get this video out there and everyone can cash with us. Number 2, it's absolutely free. I drop these every single day. We're constantly making money on the channel. So if you're new here, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. You will not want to miss a free play drop, and you won't want to forget this channel for Sunday in the NFL. Now, the most important thing that you can do, my buddy Stan down below in the description. I got to be a little cautious with how I say things now because YouTube likes to hand out strikes like they're Nolan Ryan or something. So go visit my buddy Stan. He'll hook you up with all these different promos on different apps where you can get free money, literally free money from those apps. We'll go over the 2 best promos in this video. On top of that, you can join the free plan over on Winnable. Stan, he'll hook you up down below. You guys will get along great. Go talk to him. He is an amazing guy, and he's got the hookups for all of that stuff. Like I said, the free Winnable, you'll get bonus free plays. You'll get these, the video plays posted daily. On top of that, there's a great Discord community. So go down there, right in the description, visit my buddy Stan. Now, the first game that we have to talk about on Saturday, the Ohio State Buckeyes, the #1 team in the country, going over to Washington and playing the Huskies on the road for their first road game. Now, I do think Ohio probably, most definitely wins this game, but the odds there, that -300, really not worth taking. In Washington, I do like their +292, but I just don't see them winning this game. I do think, though, that they're going to keep it rather close. Now, I don't love the +8.5 that you're seeing on your screen here. -105 is great odds for that +8.5. -107 is also great odds for -8.5. But I think the safest and the best play here is to juice it up a little bit. Now, the rest of these games that we're going to go over, we're not juicing up anything at all. I'm just going to flat out tell you who's going to win, who's going to lose. But this one's a little bit different because the odds aren't feasible in taking straight up money lines. So we're going to bump it up. We're going to take +14.5 for Washington. I do not think they lose by 2 touchdowns at all. Like I said, this is the first road game for the Buckeyes, and I think they're going to play good but a little sluggish. I think this is a tricky game for Ohio State. Washington's a team, I was really high on them earlier in the season. Before entering the season, rather, I had this spot circled. I think it should be a +9.5 or better. It opened up at 10.5, which I did love, but that line is gone now. We should have grabbed that early, but I can't drop these videos that early because nobody will fucking watch them. So we're going to just juice it up a little bit. Now, you can play 10 or better, but I really think this game stays within double digits here. I don't think Ohio State's going to win by more than 2 touchdowns. So we are going to take Washington here, +14.5 all day long on this play. Staying in this 3:30 time slot, we have the LSU Tigers, who I absolutely love. They're one of my favorite teams. I don't have a favorite team. I buy a ton of hats. I love hats, and I root for some here or there. I really like the Tigers, though. I'm a Giants fan. I like Malik Neighbors. I like all the products that they've had that have gone into the NFL. So I do root for the Tigers when I can. I do like Ole Miss, though, as well, and I do think Ole Miss is going to take this game. I just think that they have the better team all around. LSU's offense has struggled throughout. This game should be a major test for Ole Miss's rebuilt defense. I just think LSU's offensive problems this season should help their defense. LSU's offense has struggled in all 3 FBS games this season, with wins over Clemson and Florida no longer really carry much weight. I was big on Clemson to start the season too, and they have completely fallen apart. So those teams are 1-3. Clemson and Florida, absolutely just garbage. I actually think Trinidad Chambliss gives Ole Miss a slightly better chance of winning than Austin Simmons due to his dual threat ability as well. I don't think LSU is going to be able to stop him at all. Essentially, this is going to come down to which offense do you think can score the most points? And I think LSU's defense, they are legit, arguably the best in the SEC. Ole Miss's defense, they've done just enough to compete. And they aren't that dynamic if their offense is, especially with, like I said, Trinidad Chambliss as their quarterback. I just trust them to score more points on Saturday at home. So we're taking Ole Miss here, straight up money line. I also love those odds of -117. Next, we have to talk about a huge SEC rivalry in Alabama and Georgia. Who's going to win this game? I think I know. Without a doubt, it's going to be Georgia. I know Alabama's had their number in years past. It's just not years past anymore. The Bulldogs overcame quite a bit of adversity to notch their road win against Tennessee. I expect that performance is going to galvanize the Bulldogs. The Crimson Tide, they've recovered a little bit because they had that week 1 disastrous loss to Florida State, but there is still a widespread belief Kalen DeBoer might not have the full respect of his players. That's bad news for this program. And regardless, I'd like the Bulldogs to avenge last year's agonizing loss when their epic comeback fell short against the Tide. We're taking Georgia money line here. I'm not going to lay those -2.5. I do think they probably cover. I think they win by at least a field goal. But we're just going to take up straight up money line in this play because I do like the odds there of -135. That's plenty that we can cash out on that. So with these plays, you can lock them in multitude of ways. You can do straights, you can pair them up, or you can go for glory like we are in this video. And when I say go for glory, this is exactly what I mean. This is a plus 594, I believe it was, 596 parlay, adding the last winner that were taken in Penn State. It's their whiteout game. Penn State all day long. Oregon's 4-0 on the season. They missed covering 2 games, but just barely. Penn State's coming in 3-0. They haven't covered any games, and they've all been at home. That's why this spread is so low, with the Penn State only giving 3 points. Oregon, only 7 starters from last year's team. Only 2 starters returned on offense, including a new quarterback. Penn State, they got 15 starters returning from last year, 7 of them on offense, including quarterback Drew Allar, and also 4 of his 5 starters on the O-line, which are the unsung heroes on any football team at all. Penn State gets at least 5.5 for home field. So they're saying Oregon is -3 on a neutral field. The bet's on the quarterback. My money's on Penn State at home. We're taking the money line. But again, Georgia and Penn State, I do think they probably cover. We're just going to play it a little bit safe here because we're going for glory. If you want to lock them in straight with the spreads, go ahead. But I don't mind the 180, especially when we pair all 4 of these up for that plus 596 payout, which is absolutely huge. Lock it in. And we're locking this one in on Onyx. Because why? When you sign up with code FFAPE, you get a free $100. You deposit $10, they give you $100. It's not a deposit match. You deposit 10, they give you 10. No, they're literally giving you $100 for literally nothing. And on top of that, I'm going to throw in a free 2 weeks of premium plays so you can come cash out with us. It'll cost you nothing at all for 2 weeks for absolutely free. So sign up with code FFAPE on Onyx. Get your free $100. Get your free 2 weeks. Send me the screenshots to the number down below. If you don't feel comfortable giving me your phone number, I'm not going to hit you up. Hit me up on Instagram. Sports Betting Ape. DM me, and I'll still hook you up with that 2 weeks of premium for absolutely free. Free $100. Free premium. It's a no-brainer. And while we still have a ton of plays out ready to cash, and we had an amazing Thursday night, Friday night's looking epic as well. The only one I'm a little bit worried about is Houston, because as of right now, that last time I checked, they were down 14-0 when I came to record this video, which is absolutely wild because they're playing Oregon State. I cannot believe that they're down at all in this game. I didn't see them having any kind of deficit in this game whatsoever. But we still had Virginia plus 14.5. That was easy buckets. I know yesterday's free play was Florida State to win. I did think they were probably going to win. It was a tough, tight game. Virginia came out on top. Premium is premium for a reason. We took the plus 14.5 because we love safe and we love cashing every single day. The one biggest bet on the night, the easiest cash we've experienced on the night, over 59.5, cashed with ease in the Florida State-Virginia game, turning 2,000 into over 3,700. These literally paid for premium in one play all by itself. But I'm still going to give you guys the whole weekend for literally just $10. Usually a weekend pass because I give you Friday to Sunday. So you'll get pretty much the bulk of football in those days. It's $77. Super, still, in my opinion, super cheap. You'll make that back irregardless in one or two plays. But this weekend, I'm knocking it down to $10 with code WARRIORS. So all you weekend warriors out there, WARRIORS, get the weekend pass for literally $10. And on top of that, I'm going to add Monday. So you get Monday Night Football this week when you sign up with code WARRIORS and grab that weekend pass. So many more tickets ready to cash. We're just waiting because we had Virginia plus 14.5 paired with the San Francisco Giants in baseball because we have been crushing the MLB, and it's literally one of the best weekends in the sports betting year. So we have a ton going on. We got college football. We have the NFL, and the college football slate is absolutely amazing. I just touched on 4 of the games. There's a ton of games that are epic showdowns. They should be electric. Not only that, we have NFL week 4, Sunday and Monday. Huge. Tons of good matchups in there. And MLB playoffs are right around the corner. So these games matter. This is the best time of the year for baseball. The only time really worth watching. Who really watches 162 games? I mean, my dad does, but he falls asleep for half of them anyway. So, but it's the best time of the year. Best weekend, literally the best weekend to sports bet on. So hop in there, get it. It's $10. You'll get it for peanuts. And now on to the player props. And we're going to touch on the same games. And I'm just going to give you my favorite player prop for each of those games. And the first game we're going to talk about is Ohio State, Washington again. We're taking Jonah Coleman, the running back for the Huskies, over 88.5 receiving and rushing yards combined. So he's done this every game this season, crushing it, getting well over 100, almost 200 in that first week matchup. Now I get it. He's going up against Ohio State. They are top tier. They are a great defense. They don't allow a lot of receiving yards. They don't allow a lot of rushing yards either. But Jonah Coleman is a stud, and he's also going to be a check down machine in this game when the quarterback runs into trouble. Not only that, but C.J. Baxter and Quintrivian Wisner of the respective teams that played Ohio State already both went over these lines. They had 73.5. Wisner got 85, and they had 44.5, and Baxter got 65. So those running backs are already covered. I think Jonah Coleman's at their caliber or higher, and he's been an absolute machine on the field this year. So we're taking Jonah Coleman here, 88.5 rushing and receiving yards. And now that brings us to the Georgia versus Bama game, and we're taking Zachariah Branch here for over 2.5 receptions. He's done this every single game this year. He's done this in 7 of his last 10. He hasn't had a game where he hasn't had at least 3 receptions. I think he covers this with ease against Alabama. I think Georgia's going to have their number. We're not overthinking this one. He's an absolute stud. Give me Branch over 2.5 receptions. That brings us to the Ole Miss LSU game. Garrett Nussmeier, and we are not taking him over 274.5. We're taking his under. He is not going to go over this line. He hasn't gone over this line all season. Red. That's all you see is red, which is kind of shocking because I do think Nussmeier is a good quarterback. Coming into the year, I had him top 3 in the quarterback department. I also had Cade Klubnik in there. So those guys just haven't shown up this season. It's absolutely insane what they have not been able to accomplish this year. And I just don't think that Ole Miss is going to give up over 275 passing yards to LSU. Now, Ole Miss has been very, very good on defense. Arkansas Taylor Green's the only one to cover his line. He got 305 and maybe just a slip up of a game. Jake Ratzliff, only 56 passing yards. Zach Calzada, only 149 passing yards. Now, granted, Nussmeier's better than probably all three of these quarterbacks on any given day. I think this game's going to be tight. I think it's going to be a true SEC rivalry game. Ole Miss at home. Garrett Nussmeier hasn't covered this line yet all season. I'm taking Garrett Nussmeier's under all day long, and it pains me to do that because I think he's an absolute stud. And to round out that play, we're taking Nicholas Singleton, the running back for Penn State, to get into the end zone. He's done this in 10 of his last 10. He's done this head-to-head 100% of the time. He is a touchdown magnet. He is going to be carrying the ball all game long, and I fully expect him to get into the end zone, maybe even twice. He's gone over, like I said, this line every single game, but he's gone over this line with ease every single game. So week 1, he had 2 against Nevada. Week 3, he had 2 against Villanova. FIU did hold him to 1, but it was a 34-0 blowout, so he probably wasn't even on the game that long. And I just think they're going to score some touchdowns in this game. Penn State's whiteout game. Give me the running back, Nicholas Singleton, to get into the end zone. And we're locking this in on better. Better has better payouts. Better has better lines. Better is just better. That's why it's probably called better. And on top of that, they have the best promo on the market. Between Onyx giving you a free $100 and then Better is giving you a free $10 without depositing when you sign up with the code FFAPE. And on top of that, a $200 deposit match. And me, I'm throwing a little cherry on top, a 1-week free premium, absolutely free, 1 week of premium, free $10 and a $200 deposit match. Take advantage. Send the screenshots, the proof over to the cell phone number below. I'll hook you up with that free week and you'll get all your free money. Thank you guys so much for your time. Let's have an amazing Saturday. Let's cash all of our bets, and I'll see you in the next video for Sunday NFL Week 4.